Happy Monday to the Tea Tribe. You guys, I'm back again for another episode of the Morning Tea. I wasn't expecting this, but here I am. Courtney, I'm so happy to be with you. How are you feeling today?
Devyn, I'm doing absolutely exceptional today. I'm enjoying the fact that we are giving an ode to our new branding with all of this pink, girl. We are giving you a little J14, little Tiger Beat, little 17 magazine, little teen Vogue moment, if you will, darling. I'm feeling very darling today with all this pink going on. How are you, Devyn Howard?
I'm doing well too. I also am feeling very good about this pink thing. You guys know that I'm such a fan of a matching moment, and Courtney and I didn't plan this. We did not plan to match the background or to both wear pink today, so this was just our telepathic connection that told us to both sport these rosy hues today. You guys, make sure you subscribe to Hollyscoop, tap the bell for notifications, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, share this video with your friends. You know the drill. Do all the things so that we can grow the Tea Tribe. Once again, I was about to say Tree Tribe. I don't know why this happens to me. My brain cannot handle it. Courtney, how was your weekend this weekend? Did you have a nice time?
I did have a nice, relaxing weekend. I got to catch up with some friends over the weekend, which was actually really nice and fun and refreshing, Devyn. Honestly, I really took the weekend to really kind of hang out with my boyfriend as well and clean up the house. You know, sometimes you just get comfortable and you're like, oh, I can get to that later. And then, one thing leads to like 8 things. So I definitely got my home together, girl, because I feel like when you have a clean space, you can have like a clean brain and a clean heart and all of those things. So what you do, girl?
What did I do? Gosh, what did I do this weekend? You know what? I finally, got everything put away here. I'm feeling really good. I spent some time with my sister and my nephew, which was very much needed in this time, hanging out with them and just being around my little toddler nephew. I just love him so much. So yeah, it was a nice weekend, pretty relaxing, didn't do a whole lot, and just took some much needed time to decompress. And now we're going to be getting into all of the great news today. We're going to give you a quick little rundown of what we're going to be talking about today. So there's another little update to this Lea Michele saga. We have to talk about it just because we've been talking about it. Also, in case you did not catch that Dear Class of 2020 video and that whole event, we have just a few of the moments, the top moments that I want to share with you guys. Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Taylor Swift. We're getting into Sophie Turner and the epic clapback that she had to a troll, talking about Michael B. Jordan and a speech that he made, which was very moving. And it kind of goes in line with what we were talking about with Vanessa Morgan and Riverdale. We're getting into Lil Nas X and how he called out a Fox News reporter, and I was living for it. Billie Eilish gave us some insight into her, her body image. Justin Bieber. I cannot wait to hear what you think about this Justin Bieber stuff, Courtney. Finally, we're talking about Saweetie and Quavo, Cole Sprouse and Kaya Gerber. And then getting into some Kardashian Jenner news, you guys. We're talking about Blac Chyna.
Wait, Devyn, did you say Saweetie made the docket? Saweetie made the docket?
Made the docket. Of course she did.
Oh, Devyn, this is like... not that Saweetie hasn't been on the docket before, but like the moments are so few and far between because you know how I like root for the rap girl. So like fun that Saweetie's like in the news. Yes, I hope it's something good, girl. Yes, I hope something about college, girl. Yes, I hope some Sweetie girl. Yes.
Saweetie has a healthy relationship. She is thriving in quarantine. We're going to be talking about it. Also, Kim and Kanye, we have some updates about them and their marriage. Basically, we have a lot to get into today. The docket is extremely full. It is probably the fullest one that we've had so far since I've been hosting over the last 2 weeks. But before we do any of that, Courtney, I'm going to hand it over to you for a second because we have something to share.
We have some news. Alrighty, you guys. Now, you know that for the past 2 weeks, I have been preaching about how we are in this new season of change and transformation. Now, you guys know that our good friend, my good sis, Madison Hill, she has left the Hollyscoop company. She's gone off on her own journey and adventure. And we have been lucky enough to have our good Judy, our auntie, our vegan queen Devyn to come on in and fill in and do like Devyn, you have honestly been spectacular. And I've been grateful that I know the T Tribe as well has been grateful to have sort of like a familiar face because we know and we love our auntie Devyn. However, it is time for Auntie Devyn to pack up her sports bag and head back down to the arena. And the powers that T have found a new friend for us to kiki with. So Devyn and myself are going to take this moment to introduce to you our new pal, Alex. Good
Hello,
morning,
everyone. Good morning.
How are you, Alex?
I'm doing well. I'm a little sad because I didn't get the pink memo, so I'm not on brand, but I will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're wearing a warm tone. You're wearing like a rusty orange or like a reddish, so it works. We're just all varying shades of pink. I think it's good.
We're
I
giving
think we
you
all.
seasonal. That's all it is. We're giving you seasonal.
Exactly.
Alex, tell the T Tribe about yourself and tell them like some celebrities you love or some musicians you love. Get them acquainted with you. Tell them about your faves, girl.
Hey. So I am born and raised in Southern California, grew up in LA around all the celebs. So I've been in pop culture for 7 years now. I know everything. Actually, I'm from Calabasas, California. So the Jenner tea is my story. So I know all about it. So I'm very familiar with that. Also, I had a lot of experience in music. So, I know Courtney, we talked about it. I'm a Lizzo fan, Billie Eilish, Camila, Swiftie, you name it. I know all about them. So I am so excited to join the T family. I've been a fan of the T Tribe, but now I'm here to give the pop culture news. So I'm so excited to join the team.
We're so excited to have you, Alex. T Tribe, I want to let you guys know that Alex is in the know. So be sweet to her and be nice to her because this is a platform where it's all about good conversation. And I feel like myself and Alex, we are going to have some good conversation and it's going to be all on display for the world to see. So T Tribe, get ready. Hey.
I can't wait.
So, Alex, tell us about other entertainment jobs that you've had in the past. I'd love to hear what other shows or what other outlets you've worked with. Fill us in on all of that.
Yeah, so I was a full-time host for Sweetie High for almost 5 years. I don't know if you're familiar with Sweetie High. It's a teen media outlet. I've worked for Billboard News, for Awesomeness TV, for Shared News, which is, some of the clever members kind of started Shared News, if you're familiar with it. I was an official co-host for the Teen Choice Awards. So this live kind of morning tea I have a lot of experience in this. I was also an official co-host for the Radio Disney Music Awards. And this was the first live stream in virtual reality. So you saw every angle, the good and the bad. So I have a lot. And I was an on-air host for the morning show for Radio Disney. So I know my pop culture, I know my music, and I am just so excited to bring all of this knowledge and learn from you guys as well, the T Tribe and Courtney. I'm excited to join the team.
Amazing.
I'm so excited to start this journey with you, Alex. I think it's going to be a good time for sure. Absolutely.
Definitely.
And you are obviously very qualified. So the T Tribe, she knows her stuff. Very exciting. We have some questions from the T Tribe actually that I'm going to pull up right now. So we're going to ask you in just a second. Let me get them right now. Okay, so they want to know, what is your sign? So this was from Kayla Thomas. She said, when's your birthday? What's your sign?
My birthday is January 30th, and I'm an Aquarius. So I'm a dreamer.
Do you fit the Aquarian traits?
I'm sorry?
Do you fit the Aquarian traits? Like, do you feel like you identify as an Aquarius?
Completely. I wake up and I read my horoscope every single morning. I love signs, and I am a complete Aquarian.
All right. Okay. Good to know. I'm going to check out, Courtney, do you have a question? I'm going to check out what the chat is saying right now so we can ask some of those questions.
I want to ask you this, Alex. What's your favorite song right now? Like, what's the song that's getting you up in the morning that you're like, this is my bad B song? What's that song for
You
you?
know what? I Will Survive. It's my song right now.
Yes.
I'm going back old school, but that, I think it's a great anthem. We get up because we will survive all of this right now, and we'll move on to more happy and positive times, and I'm ready for it.
I feel that. I feel that, Alex.
Okay,
Yes.
this is I have two very important questions for you. These are coming from me personally. Do you prefer tea or coffee?
Ooh, I think there's only one right answer to this. I'm going to say tea to be safe. I'm a green tea.
Okay. You like nice
I'm going green tea today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a coffee girl, so I mean, I know that it's the morning tea, but the tea tribe knows I'm drinking my coffee right now. Okay, now we also have to know, what is your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm Italian, so I'm going to go with a little wine. It's always safe, but I can do a simple vodka soda, and then on brunch days, I'm a mimosa girl. So
yes, come on, mimosa.
Well, as you know, here on Hollyscoop, we have Tequila Tuesday, which is my least favorite day of the week because I hate tequila. And then on Fridays, we have Shambong Friday, where we drink champagne. But last week, I had a mimosa. So you're going to find plenty of opportunities to indulge in your favorite beverages while hosting the morning tea, because there's days for each one. We also have to fill her in on the Mika dance, right?
Oh, yes, Alex, we have a T-Tribe member that is iconic and legendary, and we stan her. And so one time I made up a freestyle song that has sort of become just like, it has to happen every single show. So her name is Mika, and we go through the song and dance, much like a PBS morning children's show. And it is very fun, and we love it. Is Mika here in the chat, Devyn? Should we do the dance?
I haven't seen Mika yet, but should we teach her anyway?
Yeah, so basically what it will be, Alex, is you count me down, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we just go into it. It's Miss Mika. Nice to meet ya. Miss Mika. She on Fleeka, because your outfit is always on Fleeka. Miss Mika. She loves the tea ya, and we see ya, Miss Mika. And then I hit it with the, hey, go Mika, go Mika, go. Go, Mika. You'll see it, girl. It's very much an event. You'll get the hang of it. All you gotta do is just shimmy and get it done. Yes.
Courtney, I was a dancer, so I'm ready to dance with you. If that's what you want to do, we're gonna talk pop culture. We can just Mika dance.
Mika dance, some boom cats real quick. Hey.
Well, that'll be refreshing.
I love it.
My dance moves are terrible. The worst dancer I think I've ever seen. So this is going to be a great change of pace for everybody watching. We'll get somebody who actually knows their stuff. But Alex, it has been so nice to talk to you. I cannot wait to see what you do with the morning tea. You and Courtney are going to have so much fun together, and the Tea Tribe is going to love you. So Tea Tribe, we are going to let Alex go and get back to work and jump right into all the celebrity news. So make sure you say bye to her in the chat, you guys. And Alex, we will see you later. Good luck.
See you, Alex.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for the warm welcome. I'll see you tomorrow, Tea Tribe.
Bye.
See you there.
Bye.
All right.
She's lovely. She's lovely.
So lovely. So you guys, T-Tribe, I just want to say it has been so nice for to see how nicely you all have welcomed me into the tribe. And I know that I've been jumping in and out, filling in for Madison and Courtney when they're out of town. And, I just want to make sure that you all give that same warm welcome and be kind to Alex. Kindness, we need more of that in the world. So no mean comments. Be a decent person. Now, I saw you got that tea poured up. So let's do a quick little toasty toast. All right. Let's discuss. Lea Michele. Okay. So we have more updates about Lea Michele. It seems like every day there's something new that's coming out about her and how she was either a lovely person to be around or a terrible person to be around. This is the latest news. Oh, well, Oh, she's frozen. She's not actually here. Did you see that? Or was that?
Oh, oh, girl, you know I'm on a delay, girl. I see her now, girl. What? Oh, she gone now. Okay.
All right. Anyway, um, so the latest Lea Michele news involves a lookalike who was hired to play Leah's doppelganger for a premiere party for Glee. Her name is Monica Moscato, and she left a comment on Leah's Instagram page writing, quote, September 2009, I was hired to work at the premiere party for Glee at a high school. They hired lookalikes of the show's characters to perform at the party. I was the Rachel Berry lookalike. I didn't know my character was the lead, let alone who played her. When the actors arrived at the event and found out that there were lookalikes of them, Leah came searching for me, and when she saw me, she said, oh my God, could they have picked someone uglier? Which is so mean. And she was apparently so hurt by it that Corey Monteith even noticed, Leah's boyfriend at the time, noticed how hurtful that comment was and ended up comforting Monica, saying, quote, don't listen to her, she's just jealous. You are beautiful. So what I think we're learning here is that Lea Michele is just a mean girl. She is like the Regina George of the celebrity world, it sounds like. What's your thoughts about this update, Courtney?
My thoughts about it, Devyn, are what you do in the dark will always come to light, and it's it kind of sucks that the public, we failed the other women that came forward. Naya Rivera and the other actress that played Quinn on Glee as well sort of said something that would definitely make us believe that Lea Michele is that kind of person. It sucks that it takes something like a George Floyd murder case to sort of make everyone believe that Lea Michele was first rude to her Black co-stars and then not just her Black co-stars, everybody. So, I mean, what's up with her, Devyn? That's going to be no good for her child. You get what I'm saying? All of that bad karma. And you don't wish any harm to anyone's unborn child, obviously. But wow, you're procreating and you have all of that hate in your heart, girl. Do you think she's changed, Devyn? I guess is my question.
You know, I believe that people can become enlightened, and I believe that people can change. But when we hear these stories about her being 12 years old and acting like that, it's hard for me to imagine that somebody who was so mean, even when they're in their most innocent young years, it's hard for me to believe that they could change. Hopefully motherhood has shown her that she has a duty to create a kind and decent human, but to me it sounds like it sounds like a very deeply rooted thing for her. So I don't know. I'm not that confident that she's changed. Are you confident that she's changed?
I want to read this. 901 Erica brings a very important point. Maybe the story came out to change the narrative. Like they would rather think she's mean but not racist. Because if you remember in the beginning, it definitely was sounding more like she was racist than anything else. Then you had Heather Morris, I think her name is, Brittany on the Glee, come out and say, no, she's not racist, but, like, you know what I mean? Amber Riley. I wouldn't say she's racist, but I don't want to talk about this anymore. So it just kind of sounds like she was just rude. And when I say rude, Devyn, I want to make it clear. I don't want to hear within the next 72 hours that Lea Michele has said, I wasn't rude, people. I'm sorry you took my diva behavior as me being rude. Because there's a difference between, oh, darling, Mariah Carey, and, oh my God, you're ugly, Lea Michele.
Right.
You see the difference there?
For sure.
Maybe she has, but I don't know. I have to see it with an action, Devyn, to answer your question. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, I feel the same way. I think I noticed that too when I was reading this story, is like, because I even found myself thinking, gosh, Lea Michele just sounds like an all-around mean person, not even just a racist, just like mean in general. And I think that does change the narrative. Even though it's not a good look for her, no matter which way you slice it, it sort of softens things a little bit when you think of her as just being mean as opposed to being racist and mean. And it's clear that she was both. It's clear that there was some, she was not a nice girl. She probably was very discriminatory. She probably did have preconceived notions about people based on their ethnicity or their skin color. And that's just wrong. I mean, we are in 2020. Even back then, we were in 2009. Like, come on. People need to move past this and just not be such people. I'm over it. Okay. let's jump into the next story, okay? Let's talk about these Dear Class of 2020 videos that came out. So Lady Gaga gave a commencement speech, and it was pretty powerful. So we have a lot to talk about in regards to these videos. In her message to new grads, she said, quote, "When I looked past the rage that I feel about the systemic oppression and physical and emotional violence that has tortured the Black community endlessly, my mind turned to nature. This forest is who we are and where we live. I make this analogy between racism and nature in this country because it's as pervasive and as real as nature. All of us are being challenged to change this system and to think about how to affect real change." So how do you feel about Lady Gaga comparing racism to nature in general, just based on how widespread and commonplace it is?
I love it because what I took away from it, Devyn, was just to be real with y'all and just pull it right from my life. I was on Facebook this morning being a local, no shade to myself, but I was on Facebook being a local, and I was reading my hometown's newspaper, like their Facebook post, and they were talking about people were protesting for Black Lives Matter, and people were just saying like racism doesn't exist in my hometown. And Devyn, girl, let me tell you, it definitely does. And so what I take away from the analogy of like systemic racism in nature is like it's as real as a tree in your backyard, Pennsylvanian. It's there. It's just your choice of whether you want to see it and accept it or not. You can go out and see leaves on the ground. You can see the rainfall. In the winter, depending on where you live, you can get a blizzard. You can get a tornado. You can see those things. So why are y'all acting like racism isn't just as real when you can see a news report? And now, thanks to social media and technology, girl, smartphones, girl, we can see the police and all of their brutal moments. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I love that analogy. That was phenomenal.
I think so too. Her speech was really, really powerful. And also Beyonce's speech was very powerful as well. I really, really appreciated hers. So let's get into the Beyonce news right now. She had kind of an uplifting message targeted specifically to young women and young women of color in her Dear Class of 2020 speech. She said, quote, "For young women, our future leaders, know that you are about to change the world. I see that. You are everything the world needs. Do it with love, with excellence. Your queerness is beautiful. Your Blackness is beautiful. Your compassion, your understanding, your fight for people who may be different from you is beautiful. I hope you continue to go into the world and show them that you will never stop being yourself, that it's your time now." And then I have a little clip that I wanted Leo to throw up there just so we can hear Beyonce talk in all of her glory because she is so well-spoken, and I thought that this quote was powerful. So Leo, can you please throw that clip up there for us?
Business is still very sexist. It's still very male-dominated. And as a woman, I did not see enough female role models given the opportunity to do what I knew I had to do. To run my label and management company, to direct my films and produce my tours. That meant ownership, owning my masters, owning my art, owning my future, and writing my own story. Not enough Black women had a seat at the table.
So I like yes, Beyonce, I mean, I love that she's encouraging girls to, or women to take ownership over their work, to provide a seat at the table for everybody, to not rely on, you know, a man to give them a job opportunity or to, you know, give them, open the door for them. So Beyonce created everything herself, you know? And I think that that's such a powerful message because right now we're kind of in this age of entrepreneurship and everybody has the chance and the opportunity to build something from the ground up. And women, I think, just need that, like, sometimes need a little bit of a push to just do it, you know? And I think that
I feel like, Devyn, when it comes to women and being in male-dominated industries, or people just in general, but since we're talking about women, because shout out to women, because y'all birthed us, if they are not going to give it to you, make your own. Make your own. And be the best at doing it on your own. You get what I'm saying? You don't need them, girl. You can do it all by yourself. You better own your business. Devyn, we're in an age where you could just click on Instagram and have a business. The little shopping bag icon, girl, Shopify, girl. If you want this, if you're a woman and you are feeling like dominated industry, or you're a person just feeling like, oh my God, I can't have a seat at the table. No one's listening to me. Make your own. Make your own.
Yeah.
And then you invite who you want to come and sit with you and eat with you.
Exactly. Yeah, and I love that Beyonce had that message for the people watching, because most people are talking about fighting the systemic racism that we have, which is hugely important, or to realize that like you're about to make a change and you're going off into the world, and I'm sorry that your graduation wasn't what you thought it was, but I think Beyonce sitting there and saying, create your own opportunities, don't wait for somebody to give them to you, you have everything that you need within you to be successful. I love that. And Beyonce is just so beautiful. I love listening to her speak. She's so intelligent. I mean, powerhouse woman. I love her. And then speaking of another powerhouse woman, let's talk about Taylor Swift, okay? Because she also had a little clip in the Dear Class of 2020 graduation video, and she basically just lets the audience know that she can kind of relate. I think it's a little funny what she says, but let's just play the clip right now, and then we'll talk about it after.
Isn't the kind of graduation you thought you were going to be having. I relate to that in a lot of ways. When I was younger, I used to fantasize about high school graduation and, being with all of your friends and cap and gown and the whole thing. And then when I got to that point in my life where graduation was coming up, I found myself on radio tour with my mom in rental cars, sitting on the floors of airports, and I ended up getting mailed my diploma. So it wasn't exactly what I pictured, but I was still really proud of it. And I guess one good lesson to come from it is expect the unexpected.
So I like Taylor's message, although I think that her attempt to relate to the people who are graduating right now is a little different, because she was on tour promoting her music career and probably getting paid for it, and these people are stuck at home because of a pandemic. So I thought it was kind of funny that she's like, I get it, I had my high school diploma mailed to me, but overall it's a good message. I just kind of laughed at it. I was like, I'm sure everybody would rather be on tour right now, but
I think she was trying to go the look. My graduation was unconventional. Like, my graduation experience was unconventional, just like yours, except there wasn't a pandemic going on. Like you said, I get what she was trying to relate, but when you really look at it, if you really look at it with a magnifying glass, it was like, But shout out to Taylor. Shout out to her.
Okay, I appreciate her message, of course. I like that she was a part of this, and I like that she spoke directly to all of these graduates. But yeah, I was just kind of like, okay, well, moving on. Let's talk about Sophie Turner, because she had the most epic clapback for this troll who commented on her Instagram page. So she responded to a person. So, okay, let me start from the beginning. She posted a picture of herself with the caption that says, "No justice, no peace." And then some loser commented on it, writing, quote, "I mean, the officers have been arrested and charged with murder, so there's justice. So can we have peace now?" Completely missing the point. She answered back, quote, "This isn't about those 4 cops. This is about Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, the systemic racism that Black people have faced for hundreds and hundreds of years. This is about changing the system. Justice will be done when society reflects our beliefs that we are all equal. Until then, there should be no peace." And can I just say, she was a pregnant woman out at this protest, marched right alongside her man, and I thought that this was a really intelligent response to somebody who completely, like, trivialized not even trivialized, but they just reduced the problem to one minor incident. And this is part of a grand, huge thing right now. What did you think about Sophie's response? Did you like it?
It was excellent, Devyn. It goes back to what Lady Gaga said. This person was talking about, this is just about George Floyd. No, sis, this racism is like nature. It's all around us. It's everywhere. It's worldwide. It's when you step out of the house. That is why we're out here. No justice, no peace. Now, when the racism stop, oh my God, Devyn, when the racism stop, girl, we're going to be out in the street parading, girl, because we're going to get our reparations back. We're going to have money. We're going to be partying in the streets. But that cannot happen until racism stops. Now, if y'all want y'all businesses to stop being torn down, what you want me to say, Devyn? Nothing really happened until the protesting.
Right.
When it was peaceful and it was time to take a knee, people was losing their jobs. Kaepernick was getting his name taken out of rap songs on his little NFL game. But the NFL want to put out a statement talking about we love black people. Devyn, girl. All them brands that's out there talking about we love black people and y'all employees are quitting talking about how y'all are racist. Girl, we see you. Girl, goodbye.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that NFL stuff. That's something that we'll have to talk about on the fumble because I have a lot of thoughts about it all. I have a lot of thoughts about Colin Kaepernick. That guy should never have lost his job. He should have always stayed in the league. He was a peaceful protester, and now people have so much issue with the violent protests going on. Well, you hated when Kaepernick was kneeling too. So it's insane. It's so dumb. And I think that what we're seeing now with these protests, yes, those 4 officers were all charged, but we also saw Breonna Taylor's case being reopened. We're seeing people re-examining what happened with Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, taking some time to reflect and look back and realize that this is an issue it's not just surrounding George Floyd. This is an issue that's been going on for a really long time. And I think it's important that we are all reflecting and thinking about all of this kind of stuff right now. So yes, we are going to keep marching. People are going to keep talking about it and promoting it exactly as we should. Now let's get into Michael.
Please keep sharing and signing all of the petitions. That's very important. Thank you, Wesley, because I see y'all in the chat.
Sign those petitions, you guys. They really do help. They do make a difference. Okay, so I know that you guys don't necessarily talk about Michael B. Jordan on the morning tea that often, but he gave a speech here in LA, and I feel like I just want to mention it because it kind of relates to what Vanessa Morgan was talking about. It relates to what Beyonce was talking about. So let's throw up just that short clip right now, Leo, if you can.
I want us to invest in black staff. I'm proud to have an inclusion rider and all that good stuff, and I use my power to demand diversity, but it's time that studios and agencies, all these buildings that we're standing in front of, I want you to do the same.
So he's talking, yes.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead and finish, and then I'm gonna, because I something popped up in my brain, girl. I want to make sure that I say it. You go ahead and finish. I'm sorry.
Okay, so he's talking about getting more diverse representation in the entertainment industry, specifically getting more black agents, black actors, black screenwriters, more black staff and crew, and all of that. And I think that, again, he's drawing attention to something that I think has been kind of overlooked over the last few years, you know, because we maybe are seeing more black people on TV, but they're in these one-dimensional characters, like Vanessa Morgan was saying. So I thought it was really cool that he was standing there and talking about this kind of sub-issue that's part of the larger movement, but it still is extremely meaningful. And he's also, again, a very good-looking person and very well-spoken. So I enjoyed watching that. Okay, what were you going to say, Courtney?
I want to start off by saying, first of all, hire black people. Yes, Michael B. Jordan. Second of all, do you know the beauty guru Jackie Aina, Devyn? Do you know of her?
I think I've seen her before, yeah.
She's one of the top black beauty gurus, and she basically called out a bunch of brands and, you know, said, hey, if you're supporting Black Lives Matter, if you're supporting racial equality, great, fine, thank you for your messages. But now we think it's important to see your executive staff. How diverse are you in the office at the executive level? And you know what's funny, Devyn? Some of those brands deleted their Black Lives Matter post. Some of them deleted their little black square because they didn't want to take no picture of their executive staff because they know they was lying. Now, interesting. We need to hire more black people, going back to what Michael B. Jordan said.
Yes.
Can't scream diversity if your staff does not reflect.
Exactly. Yes, that's so important. Okay, I realize we're kind of running low on time, so I'm going to jump into our next update. This one's about Lil Nas X. He called out a Fox News presenter, Tucker Carlson, for lying. So Tucker did a segment on celebrities donating money to bail out protesters. It is, I don't know who let this clip go to air, but it is dumb. So let's just watch it right here.
Right. Rapper Lil Nas X urged his 4.7 million Twitter followers to donate to bail groups in Chicago, New York, and Philadelphia, and elsewhere. Imagine if he had used those followers instead to help small businesses destroyed by the riots he helped incite. Maybe city.
My God, helped incite Lil Nas X? Come on, this is ridiculous.
Of course, Devyn, the black gay musician. Of course, he's inciting the riots. Of course, girl.
Yep.
Of course, Fox News with all of your prop. You know what's sad? I think of every older person in my hometown that's believing that. But sorry, go ahead, Devyn.
Oh my God, that is so ridiculous. I know, it's like Lil Nas X, because he donated money to help bail out protesters, like, guess we can blame him for everything. Really, really silly. So he retweeted that clip and then said, quote, he tweeted, "This man just lied and told millions of people on national television that I was inciting riots. You can't make this up." It's just really, really funny. That's all I want to say about it. I'm really glad that Lil Nas X tweeted that out and promoted that and cleared things up, because he obviously did not start the riots. And it's just another, we are seeing how Fox News is like, you know, they like to sensationalize things. So it's the riots are not Lil Nas X's fault, you guys. Just throwing that out there. Now let's talk about Billie Eilish. So she had an interview with GQ magazine and revealed something quite personal. So she said, quote, "Here's a bomb for you. I have never felt desired. My past boyfriends have never made me feel desired. None of them. And it's a big thing in my life that I feel I have never been physically desired by somebody." And then she elaborated on that by saying that she dresses the way she does so that no one can really size her up. No one can make judgments about her body. And it comes from that kind of insecurity that her boyfriends never, appreciated her physically, I guess. And she admits that one day she could wake up and decide to wear a tank top, and we've seen her do that before, but she's saying that it shouldn't be a big deal. It shouldn't be like headline making news that Billie Eilish is baring her shoulders or whatever. I'm curious to quickly hear your thoughts on Billie revealing that she's never felt desired by anybody.
My question is, how many damn boyfriends she had? She's like 18.
I know, I was wondering that too.
All of my boyfriends. What? How many boyfriends you had, girl? I mean, I think it's important to want, like, does she want to be desired? Is that what she's saying? Or she's never felt desired, so she's covering herself up? I understand that, but I mean, do what you want. Clothing is your choice. If she wants to dress up like a Megatron, let her dress up like a Megatron. And if she wants to come out in a tank top, then let her come out in a tank top. But I do understand that it can be very uncomfortable to come out in your tank top and be like thirsted over and lusted over. That can be very uncomfortable. So stay covered up until you have a thick enough skin to take on those annoying and wrong attacks.
Yeah, I know. It can be difficult to put the blinders up and just ignore those weird comments, strange DMs. But honestly, it sucks, but it comes with the territory of being in the public eye. And hopefully she's able to, not let it get to her. Okay, so now let's get into this Justin Bieber news. Okay, so he's been pretty vocal about his support for Black Lives Matter. He also, I guess, is coming to terms with his own white privilege, and he's acknowledging the ways that he has profited off of Black culture. So he posted an Instagram that says, quote, "I am inspired by Black culture. I have benefited off of Black culture. My style, how I sing, how I dance, perform, and my fashion have all been influenced and inspired by Black culture. I am committed to using my platform from this day forward to learn, to speak up about racial injustice and systemic oppression, and to identify ways to be part of a much-needed change." So his self-awareness is good, but when we're seeing Selena Gomez giving Black voices an opportunity to speak on her platform, when we're seeing Halsey go out there and hit the streets day in and day out, Cole Sprouse getting arrested, is this the best that Justin can do? Do you appreciate what he has said, Courtney, or are you kind of like, do more?
My thing is, Devyn, did you write it? Because the message looked like someone sent him that in an iMessage and he just cropped it. That's honestly the biggest thing that like I can't seem to like focus on anything else, because right now, today, I feel as though he has not written it, so it's not real. I do think it's important to note that Drew House did donate money, and that's very important because we know the believers will make sure that we know, as if that should negate the fact that he most likely did not write that message. And girl, bye. Did Kehlani get an apology for that comment you wrote? Since you care about Black people. And you know what else, Devyn? As a matter of fact, now that I'm replaying, because I've spoken about this topic previously, Selena Gomez sat up there and Selena Gomez sat up there and we talked about how she was bringing black people on her Instagram. Now, since Justin Bieber loved black people so much, why am I not on his Instagram?
Yeah. I know,
right?
That's what I was thinking too.
Scooter watches the morning tea. Let's keep it real, Devyn. Scooter definitely watches the morning tea. So if my black face is sitting up here as educated as I am, and you know that we've been in touch before, Mr. Scooter Braun, I want to know why Justin, after he posted that message, why I did not receive a DM along the lines of, we know that we haven't seen eye to eye on Justin. However, we do think that it would be a good opportunity for you to come and use your black ass voice up on Justin's Instagram. I just want to know, Devyn.
I know. But you know what? Then people, all of the Selenators would say, you're taking Selena's spotlight. This was Selena's idea. So he needs to do his own thing, I feel like. And something that speaks just as loud as what Selena did. And then maybe we'll take it seriously. But I do want to say, whether Justin wrote it or not, I think that acknowledging the way that you have profited off of Black culture, again, regardless of if it's sincere or not, I think it's a valuable message to be read by all of his followers, because that is a huge platform. He can do more, but I acknowledge what he has done. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Now let's get into Saweetie and Quavo. Okay.
Yes.
So, can I just say, I absolutely love saying her name, Saweetie. That is like the best name ever. Okay. Saweetie, I love it so much. All right, so she and Quavo have been dating since 2018, and we've seen some couples fall apart in quarantine. It hasn't been easy for them, but Quavo and Saweetie are just getting stronger. She said, quote, "Fortunately for us, we're both workaholics, so because he's focused on the third Migos album and I'm focused on my next project, it's kind of like business as usual, and we kind of just brought our work home." She also said that she doesn't get Quavo's feedback on her songs. She said, quote, "It's not that I wouldn't want advice from him, because he does give advice when I need it, but I'm such a hermit crab when it comes to my music. I like to perfect everything and then show everybody what I've been working on." So quarantine has actually been good for Quavo and Saweetie, and I think that's really great. I like that they are doing their work and they're existing separately, and she kind of doesn't even look to him to really get his advice. I like that she kind of perfects things on her own. She's like, I don't need you. I think that's awesome.
I just want to say, Devyn, that first of all, shout out to Positive Couple News. Saweetie, we need the music. Because my type was just about a year ago. And girl, yes, I will probably after this broadcast definitely put my type on because we were talking about her and I just remembered the song. But we need the part 2. We need to follow up. Now, hopefully she's cooking up. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree. Well, she says she's cooking up, and since there's no other distractions in quarantine, I have a feeling getting new music will be coming sooner rather than later. She also did talk about how her next album or EP, I'm not sure what it is going to have 10 songs instead of the usual 5 or 6. So that's something to look forward to. Yeah.
We need Saweetie on the show. Let's put that out in the universe. T-Tribe, can we have Saweetie on the show? Tell us yes or no. Just say yes or no.
Okay.
Tell us if you can have Saweetie on the show.
Okay, so now the next Therapy news that we have to get into is about Cole Sprouse. So he and Lily Reinhart just broke up pretty recently. Quarantine was just too much for them. They couldn't handle being away from each other. Their communication suffered. We also saw them hit a little bit of a road bump when there was the rumors going around that he was dating Kaya Gerber when he was still with Lily. Lily has since come out as bisexual. She seems to be living her best life. I think that she is thriving right now. And Cole apparently is maybe like warming up to Kaya. Maybe this is a continuation of the little flirtation that they had going on when he was still with Lily. I'm not sure, but they took to the streets of LA to join the Black Lives Matter protest. They were walking there together, and I guess just seeing them out in public caused those relationship rumors to spark again. Do you believe that they're an item? Is it too soon for Cole to be dating? Are they just friends? Where do you stand on this?
Maybe they're just hanging out in the boudoir. Maybe. Yeah. Or not. Maybe they're just playing Incoherent and Candyland. You never know. But they definitely could be hanging out in the boudoir. And if so, why not? Go off. They're both attractive people. Go off. Do you?
Kaya is so
Kaya
pretty.
right?
Wait, what'd you say?
Did Kaya Gerber used to date Pete Davidson at some point? Or am I thinking of someone else? Yeah?
That was her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right?
So she is a single gal and I feel like they look like they would be a cute couple together, but we also have heard that Cole and Lily will most likely get back together once Riverdale starts filming again. So who really knows? But I just wanted to fill you guys in on that. They were seen out at the protest together, and yeah, there's that news. Okay, now it's time for Card Jenner tea time, so let's get that pre-recorded Courtney voice going.
Card Jenner tea time! I love everyone in my studio, which is no one, just me.
All right, let's talk about this Blac Chyna news. So apparently Blac Chyna says that she feels Rob and Chyna was canceled in part because of racism. So this has been a legal battle that's been going on since 2017 after Rob and Chyna was canceled, and the Card Jenner's lawyer clapped back at Blac Chyna's claims. So they spoke to Hollywood Life and said, quote, "This is a 2-year-old lawsuit in which Chyna has changed her defense more times than we can count. Sadly, unsurprising to anyone, she has stooped to a new low, changing her defense to try to leverage the emotions and pain of the moment, insulting the pain and suffering of real victims of racial injustice and systemic racism. We take these allegations very seriously, and once again, there is no Rob and Chyna show if there is no Rob and Chyna." Which is very true. There's no Rob and Chyna, so why would they have a show called Rob and Chyna? What do you think about Blac Chyna claiming racism played a role in the show getting canceled?
That statement that you just said before, Card Jenner's lawyer, they are absolutely that is like, I don't want to say it's a fact because it's like lawyer jargon or whatever, and it's a court case or whatever, but they are so correct in my opinion, because we have never heard that Blac Chyna felt like the Card Jenners were racist and that's why their show was pulled. It was all sorts of other reasons. We have emails that were waiting to be revealed, Devyn. It just really appears as though Blac Chyna is just trying to like win by any means possible, but like, girl, you have to, who is her legal counsel? This like doesn't even make sense. Like, her legal counsel was like, yeah, all this is going on, we're gonna say they're racist. Like, girl, people say the Card Jenners are racist every single day, and that doesn't make them so, and that doesn't mean that they're gonna be brought into court off of that basis. So I mean, the show was canceled because Rob and Chyna couldn't get it together in my eyes. So and they're not together, like you said, so no show, get over it.
And like,
take care of your baby.
If it was a compelling spin-off, I might have been interested, but I don't know. I don't find, and I'm not even, I think Blac Chyna is probably a very compelling cast member on a TV show, but Rob, no offense, Rob just doesn't draw the viewers, I don't think, you know? So, I don't know. I also think that played a part in the show getting canceled. It probably just didn't get the ratings that they were really hoping for because it's Rob in a main slot on the show. So, I don't know. And I don't mean to be I feel bad because I think that Rob is probably doing great by living his own life and not trying to like inch his way back into the limelight. I respect him for that. So I just feel like this show just didn't work. Let's talk about something else that may not be working, Kim and Kanye and their marriage. Although they are coming out and denying the rumors that their marriage is on the rocks. So we've been hearing about all of this, that they, the fans are betting on them divorcing by the end of the month this month. But now they're choosing just to like put the blinders on and not pay attention to any of the tabloid headlines. A source told Hollywood Life, quote, "Kim and Kanye are doing great. The rumors that they're having issues right now do not bother them. They're paying no attention to anything but what's happening in our world right now." Kim is also super proud of Kanye's $2 million donation. A source said, quote, "Kim is very supportive and proud that Kanye set up this college fund for George Floyd's daughter. He had been thinking of the best way to help the situation, and he came up with this." So I guess Kim showing support for Kanye is proof that they're doing just fine, although I have my doubts. I'm curious, where do you stand on the divorce talk, Courtney? Do you feel like a divorce is imminent, or are they still in it for the long haul?
I feel like the whole family is tired, minus Kylie and Kendall right now. Devyn, once again, I ask you, who cares? The reason why is Chloe and Tristan, will they, won't they? Scott and Courtney, will they, won't they? And now Kim and Kanye, will they, won't they? Oh, Chris, this is boring. Hang it up, get rid of it. I am over it. Devyn, this is trash. Nobody cares. Kim, be a mother with or without Kanye. I know that people are upset that I was like, Kim, you should be a mother. You have nannies all the time. Who cares whether Kanye helps you or not? And I still feel the same way. Sorry, not sorry. Kim has had nannies and she decided that she wanted to have 50 million kids. And if you have 50 million kids, you should be able to take care of them with a husband, without a husband, with a nanny, without a nanny. And that's just how I feel, and I'm not changing. So I could really care less whether Kim and Kanye divorce or not, because at the end of the day, somebody better take care of them babies. And that's where my focus is.
I agree with you. I think that the kids need to be the priority and the focus right now. However, I will say that I think that if Kim and Kanye are fighting over who's taking care of the children more or whatever, that needs to be split up. Kanye cannot just be like locking himself in a studio in their house and saying, I'm off duty today. Like, you can't do that when you're a dad. You have to be able to take part and take care of the kids, split it 50-50 or, 60-40, however it is, but it needs to be a shared responsibility. So if that's not happening, I will come out and say Kanye needs to step up with that aspect of it. And that's been
I wonder, Devyn, if they've ever had to take care of their children without nannies before this time.
No, of course not. They never have. They've never had to take care of their kids without nannies. None of the.
So, Devyn, my question is this, right? So, what about women that take care of the kids all day while their husband go out and go to work? And they stay home and they take care of kids all day?
See, I think that that's an arrangement.
Parents in general, please answer this, just because I just want to know. Like, get me together if I need to get gotten together. But I equate Kim and Kanye's situation to, okay, the husband is at work and you're the stay-at-home mom, right? There are lots of mom influencers that stay home and they post and they do their social media just like Kim, while their husband is at the bank or at the studio, and you're taking care of the kids all day. Doesn't make it right, but it happens. So why does Kim get the Kanye has to help pass, and all of the other men at work, they're free to just do whatever and come and go as they please?
Because, okay,
is it because the spotlight is on them?
No. I think it's because Kim, I don't think, ever signed up to be a stay-at-home mom. I think that a lot of these, mommy blogger influencers, that was an arrangement that they agreed upon, and a lot of them probably wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. That's a luxury that a lot of women wish they could have when they're having kids, because it is nice to be able to be home with your children all the time. But Kim has never, I don't think, wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I think that she's always been very driven and focused on her career. Courtney is the one who doesn't mind being the stay-at-home mom. So that's why I think that when they both have these careers that they're working on, Kim's got her, fragrance line and KKW, and she's doing her selfie tapes for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I think that we are seeing a woman who is still driven and who's still business-minded and still wants to be able to do that. And Kanye wants to be able to work on his career too. So it only makes sense that they would share the responsibilities at least a little bit. It doesn't have to be 50-50, but I think that there needs to be attention being paid by both, the mom and the dad in this situation, since neither one of them has agreed to be the one that takes a step back from their career.
My last thing, Devyn, that I want to say is, okay, we've only heard Kim's side of things. What does Kanye have to say? How do we not know that Kim and her camp, because even though she's married to Kanye, Kim still got her own camp. You get what I'm saying? How do we know that Kim is not lying? You get what I'm saying? We only know what we see. We only see those moments where North is running in the background. For all we know, she could run in the background and run out the room with Kim doing the brand deal and run into the studio with Daddy on the West Wing. We just don't know. We ain't in that. But I wonder.
I wonder too. And you know what? Just based off of the reports that we're hearing, this is like where I stand on it. But of course, there could be some other crazy stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't even know about, and I fully acknowledge that. Speaking of things going on behind the scenes, we have to get into the final tea time story, the Kardashian Jenner tea time story. This is all about Kendall Jenner. Okay, so I want to preface this by saying we have seen a lot of influencers, a lot of people heading out to these protests in their cute little Coachella outfits, holding up a sign, and it's all for the clout. They want the applause and the accolades from all of the followers to say like, oh, we're so happy that you showed up, when really they just drove over there, held up a sign, took a picture, and then walked away. That's not activism, you guys. That is not joining the movement at all. Somebody tried to claim that Kendall Jenner did that, not even did that, that she photoshopped her way into that. So here's what happened. Somebody posted this photo of Kendall holding a Black Lives Matter sign, and she's wearing a mask, and she's wearing the cute outfit, but you might notice the shadow behind her has no sign in it. Okay, do you notice that, Courtney?
I see, girl. That's a Photoshop fail, girl. The family known for it, girl.
Okay, so that picture made its rounds all over the internet. People were saying, like, Kendall Jenner just photoshopped this sign in to make it look like she was actually there and like she was actually going to a protest. But she actually responded to all of those rumors and all of those claims, and she tweeted, "This is photoshopped by someone. I did not post this." And I believe her because I never saw this being posted on any of her social profiles, but it's just funny that people took this image and spread it around. They're like, oh my gosh, look what Kendall Jenner posted, when in reality it was just some troll who was trying to stir up some drama. But did you see this photo before you knew it was fake, Courtney?
Devyn, I haven't seen that photo since 20 seconds ago. I've never seen that photo before 20 seconds ago when you just showed it up on the screen. No, if I would have seen that photo, the first thing I would have noticed was the shadow. And then I would have been upset because I would have been like, people are stupid. So, I mean, that's just the kind of eye I have. If it's a Kardashian Jenner, the first thing I'm doing is looking to see, okay, is this line smudged? Is she bringing in that waist? Is she trying to pull out that butt cheek? What's going on? Kylie, do you have 25 fingers? Chloe, is your head shaped like a lunchbox? Are you giving us Malika Trelika, Khadijah? Are you giving us Denise Richards with the Facetune? What's going on? So, I mean, if I'm seeing a picture of Kendall Jenner, the first thing I'm doing is inspecting. People don't do that, and then they get upset when they're proven wrong. So, my question, Devyn, is this. Can I ask you a very important question? This question also goes out to the people of Pepsi and also Kris Jenner. Mm-hmm. Why was there not a protest sponsored by Pepsi starring Kendall Jenner? I do not understand. Y'all told us, Devyn, all it took was one can to end all of this. Now, all of this happened, and Kendall was riding around, bumping into Harry Styles in the car, and we're supposed to be social distancing. Where is Kendall Jenner and her Pepsi? I feel like this is unacceptable, and I think that is garbage that Pepsi hasn't really released anything. But y'all definitely made sure to put out little Miss Kenny holding up that Pepsi can, though. Yeah, we on your neck today on Monday. Pepsi got to say something, since y'all gave us that garbage that we didn't forget about.
You know what's so funny? I saw a picture that was going around online of a person who went to a protest and went right up to the barricade of cops in riot gear and was handing over a Pepsi. This was, I'm pretty sure, a legit image, but it might have been Photoshopped too. But then the caption said, like, oh my gosh, I have to know if it worked. Because I think it happened at these protests. Somebody came up and handed a can of Pepsi to the riot gear police. I just thought it was so funny. Wow. People will never forget that commercial. That was such a bad move. And you know what?
It's even more tone deaf now.
It's so tone deaf. I think that what would have been smart for Kendall is if she really did go out to a protest, didn't bring her phone, didn't share it, but was just out there, like what Ariana Grande did, holding her sign, marching with the people, making a big donation. People have been getting on us in the comments of our morning tea shows, Courtney, saying that we're focusing too much on donations. But when you are worth, $170 million or however much Kendall Jenner is worth.
Shut up to those people. Shut up. Do you understand Black people are being slaughtered all over the world? Shut up. If we are up here saying that it would be awesome for y'all to donate, y'all, if you don't agree, then be silent, because silence is golden. Right now, we're saying open up your purse, and if you don't like it, you're broke. Next.
And if you can't donate, again, we've mentioned there's that YouTube video that you can watch. You can sign the petitions. You can go to the marches. You can stand up for racism when you see it in everyday life. But I digress, because I agree with you. Those comments are annoying. When you have millions, you should want to give back. And I think that it would be so cool for Kendall to either go to one of these marches. Bring a bodyguard if you need it too. I understand that might be necessary when you're a famous celebrity, but do something to actually show that you feel bad about this terrible Pepsi commercial. You're doing something to actually make a difference, make a change. I think that would be the best PR move for Kendall. What do you think, though? Right?
I think that Kendall needs to open up her purse, And then after she opens up her purse, if there are still protests going on, which there should be, she should appear if it's safe. Because like I've mentioned in the past, the issue that I had with the Kardashians going to the protest, Devyn, is the fact that I don't want people to get distracted. Because, emotions are heightened at the protest. I don't want people all of a sudden to be like, and you, like, we want justice. And then all of a sudden you see Kim and it's like, and you. And then the whole mob is now surrounding Kim. Like, I don't want that. So if Kendall wants to protest, do it in a way where she can still be safe. That's all I'm worried about. I want everyone to be safe.
I do too. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Not a civilian, not a celebrity. We want everybody to be safe. We want these protests to be productive and as peaceful as they can be. But you guys, that wraps up our show for today. So today, I believe, is going to be my official last day on the morning tea. It has been so much fun hanging out with the Tea Tribe. I absolutely love getting into all the celebrity news with you, Courtney. It's been such a great time for me, and I appreciate you and the Tea Tribe for always welcoming me. And I'm so excited to see what Alex does with you, Courtney, and Tea Tribe. You guys are going to love her. She obviously knows her stuff, and I think she's going to be a lot of fun. So get ready for her tomorrow. As far as I know, that is what is going to be happening. So, Courtney, I'm going to hand it over to you to do the outro, and I love you, Tea Tribe.
Thank you so much to Devyn for being here. You are the vegan queen. You know what I mean. It's been excellent having you, and I also am very excited for Alex and see what she brings to the table. So definitely, you guys be ready to sip and spill with myself and Alex tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't forget to follow Miss Devyn Howard on social media at Devyn Howard. Don't miss my new video over on my individual YouTube channel. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it, Courtney Revolution.
I loved it.
And tomorrow we'll see you for Tequila Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And now, wash your hands, Leo. Wash your hands and send to man. You better wash your hands, Mr. Cam. Wash your hands and send to man. Wash your hands. Scrub your hands. Scrub your hands and send to man. You better scrub your hands. Scrub your hands and send to me. You better wash your hands and send to me. Hey, wash.